Welcome, Gemini, to the Five Clairs Tarot. This is your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus reading for whenever this video catches your eye. We have a new way of doing things today. We're just going to change things up just for fun. We're going to be dropping 5 tarot cards, and then we're going to confirm with 5 more, and then we're going to drop oracles for each one. The first position of your tarot card is going to be the energy that lets you hear your foundation, which is, that's funny, that came out in your pre-shuffle. The 9 of Cups. That came out in your pre-shuffle, Gemini. And the 9 of Cups is denoting a wish fulfillment or satisfaction with the work that you've put in and all the accomplishments you have made yet so far, right? And dreams coming true. Some of you are content, so content with how far you've come. Now, that's funny because there's some of you who are apathetic to things. Some of you are not able to see the blessings that are right in front of you. And remember, these readings are general, right? It's not going to resonate with everybody. So the next card would be the present, your present energy. And this is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is the energy of being emotional. But see, now I'm seeing a pattern here. There's 2 groups of you in the collective. One that can see the blessings and one that cannot. And with this particular energy, some of you are in the energy of being very emotional, and some of you are emotionally unavailable, because that's what came out in your pre-shuffle. All right, so what's funny here is this is also the pattern. The wish fulfillment, being content and seeing, the blessings and the strides and the goals you have met and your accomplishments. And then in the pre-shuffle was that other side of you or of you as a collective where you don't see it. So it seems like the reading now is very positive, and the pre-shuffle was the negative side. So this is the yin and the yang. It's really funny. Next card would be for the unexpected. This card came out for you in the pre-shuffle. So the unexpected is that extra stream of income, that extra hustle that you're going to have to make or come up with to help you float and get to, for those of you that are financially struggling. Okay. This is entrepreneurial energy. The Emperor is all about boss moves. Okay. And the Emperor is a cardinal sign. It's a sign. And it's also a father figure, right? And this is about someone who's in control. Someone who's dealing with, some of you could be dealing with the law or work in the legal system. But this is what's unexpected. For some of you, you may be getting a traffic ticket. For some of you, you may be getting a summons for something. For some of you, what could be coming in is that extra income or that hustle, that idea, that creativity, a fire that comes in and helps you come up with a way to bring in another stream of income. And then the 4th card is your potential. That also came out in your, wow, this is amazing reading. This also came out in your pre-shuffle. It actually came out with the Emperor. So now it's coming out again. And that is about you being able to collaborate. There's some teamwork and planning that needs to go in along with that side hustle. Some of you have to get better disciplined with following a schedule and a routine. So that's the potential. You can do this to get to this. Now the 5th card is the advice from Spirit. And here we have the 9 of Wands. And what does that mean in terms of advice? It's about taking precautions, making moves that you have thought of, that you have thought about every scenario. What could go wrong? What could go right? What do I need to do to plan this side hustle, to get this off the ground? Who am I dealing with? Are you vetting the people you're dealing with? That's what this means. It means that you just need to be able to not give up, keep going, but to be cautious. That's the advice. We're going to go ahead and confirm these with the same deck, just the mini version. What confirmation do we have here for the Nine of Cups spirit? Now remember, these are general readings, right? So take what's yours, leave what's not. And if it's yours, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're comfortable dropping a comment, go ahead. And if not, drop an emoji. Just let me know you're here. And thank you for everyone who's been so supportive and patient with me, because I haven't been posting as usual. And big changes and transitions have happened for me. And certain things I just needed to put on the back burner. So for the Nine of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Work. Working hard and applying yourself to get to this. And this is the confirmation for this. This is why you're so content and so proud of your accomplishments, because you've worked hard for it. For the Page of Cups, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is about, now remember what I said about the yin and yang? This is why I love tarot, and I find this funny, because this is reciprocity. You see how this person's up in the air and this person's grounded? This person's giving, this person is taking. This is all about balance for you. Okay? So in your present energy, you're trying to balance. You're also the sign of the twins, right? So this is really, really, really so appropriate for a Gemini reading. Okay? This is all about balance for you. This is about supporting and being supported. So in your present energy, with this Page of Cups, it's all about balance. Can you be appreciative? Can you then sometimes be a little bit negative or a little bit apathetic or emotionally unavailable? Yeah. And that's okay. This is just perfect. This is perfect. And then here we have the Eight of Swords. There's a lot of energy. So some of you who are financially struggling are very in your head and blocking yourself. So you have to get out of your head in order to reach this boss energy, right? Because this is in the position of your potential. You can be a boss, but you're blocking yourself from being in your head too much. For the Three of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So collaborating with others, vetting them, making sure they're on the up and up. You're not going to be dealing with people who say they've worked on X, Y, and Z and don't have a portfolio to show for it, or you don't look up their references. This is the Wheel of Fortune. What this is telling you is cover all bases. Okay? Cover all bases. You may be moving in different directions and turning things around, experiencing the change that you need to experience by working with these individuals. But that's okay. That's good, because that's growth. It's also telling you that when you're dealing with these individuals, look at the big picture. Stand back and look at the whole team. Or before you even gather a team, just look at everyone. Make sure it's going to be a fit. And then for the Nine of Swords, which is the advice from Spirit, here's the Queen of Pentacles coming in to give you security, right? They're telling you be cautious, but here's the security. That's a beautiful energy. That's a beautiful reading. There's got to be some balance. You're working hard. Some of you are working too much and not playing enough, or vice versa. But there's got to be a balance. There's a very it's like opposite day with you, and your moods fluctuate, and they're one day it's great, one day it's not. And that's that pattern I was witnessing here with the pre-shuffle being negative, and then the cards on the table were being positive, and like opposites. This is an opposite, right? This is an opposite, because you can't be a boss if you're stuck in your head like this, feeling tied down, feeling imprisoned, right? So that's beautiful energy. We're gonna go ahead and throw an oracle for each card. Let's see. Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing heavy burden of financial and emotional debt from your life. You already feel lighter and free just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Maybe that's why you're working so hard, because you have to clear a debt. Maybe that's why you're so proud of yourself, because you're clearing a debt and you're able to now move a little freely. A child is involved here. A child may be involved for some of you in this present energy. Maybe they're telling you that maybe you have to look at things more from like a child's perspective, or more with a childish heart. Children are emotionally open and available. So if you're emotionally unavailable, perhaps you need to see things from like the eyes of a child, or perhaps there needs to be some healing of your inner child here. Oh, that one just came out. Trust your wisdom. Trust your wisdom. I think that's pretty appropriate for the unexpected. Listen to your gut. You got to make boss moves. You got to find a side hustle, or perhaps you have a creative idea that is going to bring you in a great stream of income. Trust your wisdom. That's pretty awesome. And here we have, for the Three of Pentacles on the Wheel of Fortune, we have like an atrium. It's in a little park. There's birds. The atrium is protecting those flowers, right? It's a habitat for those plants. So that card, I'm going to have to look the meaning up for that card. It's a park. That's funny, because it means something public. And here you have to deal with others. Organization. Promote yourself more. This is about you. Now we're going to go spiritually, because the card doesn't really give me any vibes from the book. Spiritually, this is about you protecting yourself, but you really have to take that risk and open yourself up to the possibilities that by joining forces with others, it's going to be successful, whatever this idea that you may have. Not to be afraid, because you're going to be going in different directions, right? They're also telling you to be cautious about this situation, not to make some crazy moves. But at this point, they're telling you, yeah, you're going to have to open yourself up to this. Perhaps some of you think this is not a good idea and you don't want to do this. That's okay. But maybe think about it. And maybe you don't think it's a good idea because you're so stuck in your head here. Let that go, because that energy is blocking you, and open yourself up to the possibilities. Last card, miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves, a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So with that, Gemini, I think that's basically a little self-explanatory here. Okay, it's great to be content and proud of your shit, or not, but at the same time, we have to, and it's okay to waver in and out, right? We don't always have to be stoic or too funny or too confident or not confident. A little bit of everything is good, and this is why Geminis are so well-rounded and so well-liked. So the miracle is here that these things can happen for you if you choose them to happen. If you listen to the advice from Spirit and say, you know what? It's coming. Security is coming. Just be a little cautious, but have faith that all things can happen. There can be a miracle. With that, I'm going to leave you. Godspeed.